All right, let's get straight into it. Today, we're cutting through the noise to give beauty founders the critical questions they need to ask. John, let's cut to the chase. Founders are just tired of empty promises. So give me the 7 questions they absolutely must ask a factory before signing anything.
Brandon, you've hit on the most important place to start. Before you talk about anything else, formulas, packaging, whatever, you have to talk about compliance. It is the absolute foundation and it's totally non-negotiable. Okay, so I'm a founder. I'm on a call with a potential new partner. What is the very first thing I need to verify? And I'm talking about the hard facts, not the marketing pitch. You need to ask for their full ISO 22217 certification. That's the international standard for good manufacturing practices in cosmetics. Then, right after that, you confirm they have full CPNP support, which is what you need for product notification in both the UK and the EU. Honestly, if they can't show you this right away, the conversation should just end there.
Right, so having the basic compliance is just the price of admission. It gets you in the door. Now let's move from just promises to actual proof. Let's talk about quality.
Exactly. I mean, you go on any manufacturer's website and they all say premium quality. It's become a meaningless phrase. So John, how do you actually prove it? What's the mechanism that turns that claim into a verifiable fact for your client?
Through an in-house laboratory.
This is really the heart of our quality control. It means we're running a rigorous analysis for every, and I mean every, single production batch. We're not just doing random spot checks. It also means we do our own vegan testing in-house to make sure the formulas meet UK and EU standards. And, probably most importantly, we do a final safety verification on all products before they even think about leaving our facility. And all of that work gets documented in what we call an instant batch analysis report. Think of it as the key deliverable. For every single order you place, you get this document. It's the physical proof that what you ordered is exactly what we made, and that it's safe. It takes a verbal promise and turns it into documented evidence.
That documentation sounds absolutely crucial. So we've got the technical side covered. Let's shift gears a bit to the commercial realities, starting with 2 huge topics: ownership and accessibility.
Okay, let's get into formulas, because this is a massive area of confusion for new founders. What are my rights to the product that I'm helping create? And, just as practically, can a new, smaller brand even afford to work with a professional manufacturer? What's the real barrier to entry here?
That's a great 2-part question, and it needs a clear answer. Look, there's a world of difference between a generic private label product, like a standard shampoo base that anyone can buy off a menu, and a brand-exclusive formulation, a unique hero product, something like a specialized rosemary water that's developed for and owned by one single brand. It should never, ever be offered to anyone else. A good manufacturer will give you a clear path to owning your formula.
And as for that barrier to entry you mentioned, well, the answer is this number: 500.
That is our minimum order quantity, or MOQ. We specifically set the number at 500 units because we want to make professional, fully compliant manufacturing accessible for boutique brands and startups. The entire goal is to remove that huge financial wall that so often stops innovative new companies from getting off the ground.
Okay, this is making a lot of sense. So let's say the product is compliant. It's proven safe, the formula is exclusive, and it's actually affordable to produce. The thing still has to be made and delivered. So let's talk about the final piece: execution and expertise. Right, all the lab work is done, the MOQ is met, you've got a perfect product on paper, but can you actually deliver it? What are the logistics? For a founder sitting in London, a factory in Istanbul might feel like it's on the other side of the world. What are the real timelines we're talking about? It's a 3 to 4 week lead time. That's it. And that window includes the standard manufacturing time plus delivery from our facility in Istanbul straight to London. We've designed it to be a really predictable and efficient supply chain specifically for our UK clients.
And what about market-specific knowledge? Because the UK isn't just another market, right? The retail standards, what consumers expect. Does your team really have genuine expertise in that specific environment?
Oh, absolutely. And we achieve that by specializing. First, we focus on very specific product categories: hair care, beauty, and body sprays. We're not trying to be everything to everybody. And second, our primary export expertise is centered on the UK. That means we have a really deep understanding of UK market requirements, and we're already familiar with the standards of the major retailers there. It's a strategic focus for us.
So let's just run through that final checklist. Number 1, verify their ISO and CPNP compliance. 2, demand those in-house lab reports for every single batch. 3. Confirm the ownership terms for your formulation. 4. Check for an accessible MOQ. 5. Get clear, firm lead times to your market. 6. Make sure they have in-house safety and vegan testing. And finally, number 7, assess their specific expertise in your target market. That's the framework right there.
You know, John, when you put it all together, these 7 questions all seem to point to one final, much bigger question a founder needs to ask themselves. Is this manufacturer just a supplier, or are they a true strategic partner? The answers they give you will tell you everything you need to know.